The only thing more annoying than my mother-in-law are the noises that her car's making while she's driving it. She has this annoying complaint that when she's driving that she hears rattling on the passenger side of the car. When you're trying to confirm a complaint with the customer, especially a rattle noise, you have to drive with the customer or the friend or the mom or the dad, whoever it is. You got to drive with them because what you hear may not be what they're hearing. So it's a very common practice of mine that when I'm driving a car for a noise, they go with me so they can say this here and that there. Nothing's more annoying than wasting a bunch of time trying to fix something just to give it to them. They take it and they go, you didn't fix my issue. Even though you put some blood, sweat, and tears into what you did fix, it wasn't the initial problem that they actually had. So I'm gonna show you in a video that I was comparing the noises from the driver's front passenger door panel when I banged on it to the driver's side. So take a listen here. Now, what I also did was I got underneath the car and I was banging on the underneath underbody insulation, aerodynamic panel. There's all kinds of stupid noise or names for these things. Basically just an underbody panel, right? So take a listen here. So now I have it in the garage, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what was rattling in the door and then what was rattling underneath, and then we'll see what we find. Since I'm doing stuff at home in the garage, I'm using my Icon stuff from Harbor Freight. I don't mind it, but when you swing the ratchet, this lever sticks out just enough to where it eventually knocks over to reverse the rotation, so it's kind of annoying. But I do got these new 3/8 ratchet and 1/2 inch impact from Alloyman, and so far I like those. So if you're interested, there'll be a link in the description below. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I'll get a small percentage, but it's up to you if you want to get something like this or not. I do like it. It comes with a charger and 2 batteries, and it's extended reach. It's got a lock on there, a light, a battery indicator. That's it. At one point, somebody replaced the regulator, and either it's not routed correctly or the foam is not in the right spot. So I'll verify by holding it. Let it go. And I was able to affect it. So that's it, right there. In fact, that's not even correct. So here is a clip. The clip is not through there. The clip is not through there. The wiring harness, right there. That's what's rattling. The technician did not clip the harness back in. So all this noise was caused by somebody already working on this thing. Unfortunately, in the car world, a huge portion of car failures and repairs are actually because some bonehead worked on it and doesn't do the job thoroughly enough. They just put the parts on, slap it back together, and ship it out the door. They don't verify the repair. It's the biggest annoyance, man, with me, is you gotta confirm the repair. First, confirm the symptoms, duplicate the symptoms, do your diagnostic to find the issue, confirm that's the issue by reproducing it over and over again, right? Then fix it and then confirm the repair. And those, you can't go wrong once you're done with that. So one noise down. Nice and quiet. The other thing is you want to make sure that when you're done, all the fit and finish of no matter what you touch, everything is operational, everything works, nothing's loose, no leftover screws. That way you know you did a good job. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get down underneath the car and I'm gonna see what's going on down there. So under the car, there's a bunch of these speed nuts that hold on this panel. So I'm gonna loosen these up, pull this down, and see what we got going on down there. and it's a whole lot of nothing underneath this panel. So we're gonna have to go further in towards heat shields and stuff. All right, so here we are under the car. And all I gotta do is hit the heat shield, and that's it. So it's definitely the heat shield. It looks to be intact. So I'm gonna try to bend it or tweak it so it doesn't rattle, but I don't see nothing loose. It just seems to be rattling against the body. So we'll check it up there. There we go, heat shield. So now I gotta figure out if it's a loose nut or if it's rusting through or what. Well, after removing the nuts and tightening the nuts, flexing the sheet metal, the heat shield, it went away. I couldn't see where it was touching anywhere. Sometimes you won't be able to, but I was able to just maneuver it and tweak it a little bit, and it went away. So we'll see if she's happy with that. You also want to pay attention to things like this, loose license plate frames, because that'll make one hell of a rattle that you may not even be aware it's coming from the front. It may make it echo and think it's coming from underneath when it's just from up there. So now all I gotta do is go drive this thing and verify that the noises are gone. But I will tell you that vibrations and rattles come from the weakest link, meaning the vibrations have to go somewhere. So usually when something is loose and or has free movement, which I guess you can call loose, that's where it's gonna shake. And that's where rattles and noises happen from, are when you have something that can move between two objects and rattle back and forth. So they can be really annoying. A lot of technicians hate diagnosing those kinds of things. Me, myself, it's part of the job, man. Your job is to take care of people's complaints and their issues with the cars. So you can't pick and choose on what people are gonna have issues with. I mean, you can tell them, no, you don't wanna diagnose it. But when it comes to being an actual technician, you want to be able to do a car bumper to bumper. With regards to body work and stuff, I don't do body work, but when it comes to noises, I'm not afraid to diagnose them. They can be tedious and annoying, but when you take care of them for a customer, you just kind of earn the customer for life because you took care of an annoyance that nobody else wants to deal with. Something that may take you a little bit longer up front to figure out and fix, you end up making, you make it back in a long run by gaining trust and respect with the customer, and or word of mouth travels and you get more customers because of it. So I hope this helps. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will do my best to make better content for you guys to help you along the way in your automotive repair journeys, whether you're a DIYer or just someone looking for information on your car, or you're an actual mechanic that's looking for outside the box thinking on tips and tricks. I will do what I can to help you guys. Take care.